Today, I would really like to tackle this topic of the timeout versus the greatness chair. For those of you who know me or are just getting to know me, my name is Dr. Kathleen Friend. I'm a child and adolescent psychiatrist, and I've been working in the field for over 30 years. I'm the creator of the Greatness Chair and the Greatness Chair Solution, and over the past 3 or 4 years, I've really devoted all my work to this idea of seeing strengths rather than problems and weaknesses. And the Greatness Chair is a wonderful way to anchor the experience for children. But I was talking with somebody the other day, and I was telling them how really the Greatness Chair in my mind was like an antidote to the timeout chair, or it was different than the timeout chair. And in my first children's book, I state that very explicitly as the child is sent to the timeout chair, and then it turns into the greatness chair. But I was thinking as I was talking to this person that actually parents, I'm not sure who needs the timeout chair when it's used more, whether it's the child or the parent or teacher or whoever's using the timeout chair. And it occurred to me that parents today really need a timeout chair and a greatness chair. I find years ago, I parents would come and they'd say, fix my kids, nothing wrong with me. And if you suggested that they needed to change anything about themselves, it was a difficult conversation. But today I find that, especially since the COVID pandemic, parents and teachers have really been brought to their knees and want help. They want a lifeline. So I started thinking about how in my teachings in the Greatness Chair Solution, I not only introduce the Greatness Chair, but introduce heart rhythm meditation, which is a way of not only getting in touch with our heart's voice, but also bringing the needed stabilization to our nervous systems so we're able to connect to ourselves and connect to our children. So instead of initially, I thought, well, I'm going to replace the timeout chair with the greatness chair. But maybe it's really more accurate to say, wow, let's use our hearts and heart rhythm meditation to be in the timeout chair and use that as our wonderful reset so that we can implement the greatness chair and to see greatness in ourselves and others. Because when we are stressed or feeling less than or in shame, it's just impossible to see greatness. And so maybe we need to, as adults, sit in the timeout chair and listen to our hearts. For those of you who are listening to this and will be joining my introductory online course called Positive Parenting in the Greatness Chair, I just offer this as an introduction. And to those of you who are not in the course, it's just something to think about. I work with parents and children, and I love thinking about all the ways we can open our hearts to be helpful in guiding the next generation and keeping our sanity in the process. And I wish you well. Thank you for listening.